So I've barely taken any trades in the past pretty much a full week. Not because I'm like trying to miss setups, but I honestly just haven't seen many setups play out. And I feel like a lot of people in my Discord have been feeling the same way. And yeah, today I'll show you exactly what I'm seeing on the charts and why it may or may not have been the right call, even though there were some nice setups. But yeah, a quick explanation of why this past week has been different is a combination of two things. So obviously Easter holidays. So there's Easter Friday, and then obviously the markets were closed on Friday, and then markets closed on weekend. And I believe the markets were open on Monday, but here in Australia, we treat the Monday after Easter like a holiday as well. So I wasn't fully locked in. And obviously, Easter being a break itself would have played a factor into the markets as a whole. So price action was just funny throughout those whole stretch of days. So liquidity was thin. And then plus on top of that, if you are, I'm sure you're aware of just the ongoing macro political uncertainty amidst all the wars and geopolitical tensions and whatnot. So all of these things have come together to create choppy, kind of weird price action, which is not what we like to see with Virgin Wick theory as a continuation model. Albeit some people have been finding decent setups here and there, but I just find like they are more rare in the past week. And yeah, like most people in the Discord have been feeling a similar way to me. It seems like there are significantly fewer setups, and in general, the conditions just feel a bit off. So yeah, it's good in these times to just chill out, not force things, and not see it as laziness, but just waiting for the right time to strike. So yeah, I'll just go over the charts and we'll go over NQ and why I don't think there were that many great opportunities within the past week and why I've been pretty happy to sit out. So, yeah, let's just work our way backwards. Okay, so this was New York yesterday. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to go over my strategy. This is the strategy you should know by now. If you do not, please see the free PDF so you understand what is going on. Also, you may have noticed I changed my chart colors. Yeah, pretty funny story. Some dude in our Discord posted his chart colors with this background and everyone really liked it and a whole bunch of people changed it. So I guess it's kind of the unofficial VWT traders uniform now. But anyways, let's get into it. So this was New York session yesterday, 8th of April. No POIs first hour, second hour no POIs, third hour there were a bunch of bearish POIs as you can see here. These are 1 hour bearish points of interest. And then look at this like barcode action, like come on. Like what do you even do with this? It's just like super small bodies, long wicks, just like not really going anywhere, bunch of fake outs, like there is no way you're taking an entry in this. This is what I mean. This is just what it's looked like the past week. And then you do eventually get a setup, but it's outside of New York session, so it's after 11 a.m. where you finally get some more POIs, followed by an IFVG right there. So that would be your entry. You could target down there, stop loss up there. And of course it gets stopped out. And as you can see, I wrote a little note here. It is in a deep discount. So what I mean by this is something I've been trying to learn from one of our experienced traders in the group, RN. Essentially, it's just like you take a range, so the most recent impulsive move. So for me, that looks like this. The most recent clear trending move. And you split it in half, and the top half is a discount. Sorry, top half is a premium, and you ideally want to short from the premium. The bottom half is a discount you ideally want to long from the discount. And so this short setup would have been contrary to that logic, because we would be shorting in a discount where instead we want to be longing out of the discount. So yeah, that would not have been a good trade. And it's just choppy as shit anyways, like more barcode price action. So yeah, happy to stay out of that, even though I currently do not trade New York session because I'm sleeping anyways. Moving back to the London session before that, there was a bullish point of interest here at 2 a.m. We finally engage it with a pretty decent move down, creating this fair value gap. But by the time we inverse it, it's just a bunch of chop and like more barcode price action. That's like what, 20 something candles until we inverse it, and by then we're already here with a pretty disgusting ROI. So yeah, just not the nicest price action. What else do we have? This was Asia session yesterday. Not a single point of interest in sight, as you can see. No real clear directional moves. So no POIs to play with at all there. Because, yeah, there was this huge overnight move which took all the liquidity. I think this was like a news release. This is what I mean. Like, there was something about some pace, something, I don't know. I'm not really informed with the news around here, which is why there was this huge spike on both ends. And then we just trended up and then just like chopped around for the rest of Asia. This is what I mean by all the geopolitical stuff making the price action a bit funny. What else do we have? This was New York on Tuesday. So nothing for most of the New York session until the last hour. We have these POIs here. Okay, so we chop cut. We come down, come up, tap the POI. Then we get a very tiny IFVG here, plus a change in state of delivery here. And you could enter in a trade here because there is a sister here. But of course, as you can see, you would get stopped out. And again, I would consider this a discount. Sorry, discount? Yeah, discount. So we shouldn't be shorting, we should be longing. So that doesn't play out. But then immediately after, you do get another IFVG, as you can see right there. It gets confirmed by this candle, so you can enter there. Stop there, target 1R, 1.5R, depends on your system. And that does end up playing out, so you do finally get a win there. But again, that is going against premium discount. And then we have, again, yeah, so the London session on Tuesday. Just a bunch of chop, no POIs to engage with. We finally get a POI in the last hour, but it does not get engaged, so nothing there. Yes, Asia Monday night. So I was actually busy. I was doing something related to Easter, so I was not on the charts at this time. But this was one of the actual rare, nice setups that I saw during this period. So it is an extended POI. So the POI I'm talking about is this top red one up here. So this was created at 7 p.m. Not talking about the bottom one, the top one that had not been touched. So it had not been engaged yet until this point here. It then gets engaged with a pretty strong move, creating an FVG here and an FVG here. Then, within a few candles, we get a strong move down, creating an inverse fair value gap while creating an FVG of our own in the meantime, aka balanced price range where two FVGs overlap. So you can enter here, stop loss up there, and I would personally go for 1R. but you could go for 1.5 or even 1.9 here. So yeah, that was quite a nice setup. One of the few rare ones over this past week. What else do we have? This was New York Monday. Yeah, I was off Monday anyways. And just like super choppy. Even if you just like zoom out and just look at this. It's just very barcodey. It's not pleasant to trade at all. And you do have an IFEG here with some bullish POIs, but it ends up chopping around and then you get stopped out. So not the prettiest. What do we have here? Sunday Asia, yeah, I was away for this, but I think this does end up playing out. So we have this POI created from 9 p.m. does not get touched until right there at 11 p.m. Then you get an IFEG right there. Bang. You can enter in your long there, stop loss down there. You could even put your stop here. I don't think you need to go all the way down there. And this will easily get you to yeah, nice. And of course, this is very deep in discount. So yeah, pretty nice. But I was away for this, so unfortunately missed that. And then what's this? Friday, yeah, markets were closed on Friday. There was 1 hour of New York Open on Friday. I don't know why. And then, yeah, that was it. So a few nice setups, mostly just chop, a bunch of barcode type price action, which is why I've barely traded the past week. And I feel like a lot of my community has not traded that much in the past week either. So hopefully after all this Easter stuff is done and hopefully this war stuff dies down a bit, we can get some normal price action again. But still looks like there are some decent setups, just going to be more selective and a bit more, yeah, a bit more picky about which ones we take and to try to avoid all that choppy price action. But yeah, I guess it's just more about knowing when to get in and when to stay out. So still tradable, but looks like there are less setups. But it's still been good. I've just been studying psychology in the meantime, reading a lot of Mark Douglas, reading his books, watching his lectures. I highly recommend checking out Mark Douglas's stuff. He's like the Michael Jordan of trading psychology. What else have I been doing? Yeah, I've been studying like new concepts I can add, like stuff like this, the premium discount stuff. Just further ways to have extra confirmation to have a successful trade, but without trying to confuse it too much. But I'm liking this PD stuff so far. But yeah, that is it. Hopefully you've had a nice Easter. If you want to learn more about our trading, you can join our Discord and join us in real time. And if you want to trade with a prop firm, use Lucid. I'll leave a discount link below. See you next time.